ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to ban.
It is a great day to be an esports fan, an even greater day to be a Dota fan. There's going to be so much hype Dota today, and if you're here, you're in the right place, because this is OG versus Liquid. It's a best of one. There is a major slot on the line. Tundra obviously in the equation there as well, with a three-way tie. We're in for game one right now. I'm here with Tigov and Kyle, and I'm pointing there. I was pointing the right way even. I want to credit there. Years of practice. And I just want to talk about this draft, T, because there's a lot at stake here.
I just best of ones. They're just so scary. I think that the key thing here is a coin flip dictates pretty much everything. You know, if you get priority and you choose what you want, all your prep goes in your favor. If you lose that coin flip, you lose half of your prep. You need to be ready for pretty much everything. And that alone, as you see here in the draft, Liquid,
oh no! They did it to him.
The IO
It's
Weaver.
happening. The IO Weaver is back. Liquid also gets their comfort or spirit, though. We've seen Taiga on that the last 4 games they played or something like that.
The trouble is, Sheev, so as expected, Liquid, they banned Morphling and Alchemist. The trouble is, you're playing against OG, right? And so, okay, what is that third strategy they were looking for? This Wisp Weaver has not lost. And the trouble with Earth Spirit into it is that while in theory you can get on top of these heroes, you can find kills. But what about when they're running around at 700 move speed and their status resist on the Weaver and the Wisp has a mech and they both have 2000 HP? You just heal through this damage. They went with the newbie opener. The classic.
This is good. This is you have to find a way to deal with the move speed that you mentioned. And like Bloodseeker is one of the few heroes that really kind of punishes, move speed in the game. So yeah, for sure. I like Liquid's kind of response to the IO Weaver. But yeah, for sure. This is what happens when you ban out the Morphe out. OG is going to have that kind of new plan to bring into the game. So it'll be interesting how they operate with an IO Weaver, because they haven't played it in the tournament so far.
So in theory, actually, this starts to click, because the Bloodseeker deals with the Weaver, to your point, but then you really need to have an answer to relocate. And Earth Spirit's excellent at that, especially the way Taiga's going to play. He gets the Yules early, he plays really aggressive. You're almost always going to be able to interrupt reload if you're on the ball. And this also shuts down the Weaver. So you need like 2 heroes to address the one combo, but I think it's all right. Wisp Weaver is just terrifying, honestly. Like I'm so scared of this. And also just to note, Liquid chose second pick. OG chose what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is correct, Carl.
They chose that first, correct?
Yeah. So Liquid won the coin toss.
First. Yes. They won the coin toss. So they chose second pick.
And
first pick.
I think the key thing here is for a best of one, second pick is so spooky to play into, because you get to control the draft, and also you get this last pick. And that's why OG, they need to go for a strong opening and make sure they kind of tick the boxes. They have to be able to go, can we deal with a Lone Druid? Can we deal with a Broodmother? Can we deal with Visage? Tick off the quick of the heroes, and then you'll be pretty happy going into this game.
So I'm and you can see already 3 offlaners banned out, but I'm almost hoping that this is it's always been Mickey's hero from what I recall in the Liquid games, but I almost hope it's Boxy's Bloodseeker, because Liquid finding him a good hero has been their biggest weakness, I think, so far in this group stage. I've seen him play Sand King, not a huge fan at all. I think heroes like Slaughter are off meta, and oftentimes all of his best heroes are banned out in the second phase.
Yeah, it actually is surprising that they themselves are also making that offlane pool smaller, unless they already have something in mind that they want to go for, of course. One thing that I like by OG is the first ban on the Grimstroke. We saw Insania being so good on that against OG, actually, with when they also had the Bloodseeker Earth Spirit combo. And they do not want to face that again. Also, of course, one of the great heroes against any IO kind of lineup.
It's good to see Insignia and all the lads still happy. You know, best of ones can be
Yeah.
quite scary, but no, it's good to see them pretty chipper.
Hear me out.
High spirits.
We're listening, Kyle.
It's a little wild, but I'd love
Wild.
to see Liquid. The thing that I love best against this kind of damage control from OG is something that just basically vomits damage all over the field. Something like Leshrac, something like Death Prophet. And that Oracle pick sets up for it really, really well.
That's true. And every time Liquid's played Bloodseeker so far in the tournament, it has been the carry. And I think in this matchup, I'd actually prefer to see it go into the carry role, so it can always scale with the Weaver. Like, it's so crucial that Bloodseeker has a game to deal with this Weaver. That's like the counter. If you put it into the offlane role, he gets shut down by like just a weak laning phase. That's when the game gets really hard. So yeah, I like the idea of where they're going, and it's going to be Liquid strong draft so far.
Yeah, and they have not yet played an Oracle game without Leshrac in this DPC, so I would not be surprised to see it appearance right now.
That's where the Nyx comes into play as well. It's that cover from the potential big int heroes that would be enabled by the Oracle.
Yeah, exactly. Because a Leshrac, the trouble is, like, you just get so much mana by the end of the game that these mana burns start, like, it's like 500 damage in burn. So a hero like Lesh you transmit mana into damage. I think a hero like Bristleback is also a possibility, and you have that same issue, but not to the same extent. I think that's a possibility here for Liquid, but we shall see. OG's draft is relatively low damage right now, and they're pretty much all in on this Wisp Weaver.
Good for voice for it.
Makes sense. You want to take your mid, right? Because it leaves your 1 or 3 open.
No, I see the key thing here is Liquid is really utilizing this second pick, because now OG, they feel terrible. This Void Spirit could easily be some carry offlane Bloodseeker, last pick mid. Suddenly it's a Void Spirit mid offlane, you know? They like literally these two cores, they go to any lane. So Liquid, they have put so much punishment on OG now. It's like it's a best of one. You have to win this to have contention to decide if you go to the major. And you have no idea where these two cores are going in the lane, and they have last pick. Yeah, so OG, they need to make sure they really just look at their own draft and try and kind of build themselves up the correct pieces. Don't overthink this kind of flex value that Liquid has right now. Yeah,
and the Void Spirit also, Kima, could be Boxy's hero. So this is the ideal way to second pick if you're watching, trying to get better at Dota 2. There can't be many of those people, but I would imagine the whole Dota universe is out to watch this match. You know, this is what you have to do as second pick. You need to have that versatility where your final pick can be at least 2 roles. And now the trouble is, what is that hero? What is that game-winning hero? Because that's still what Liquid are searching for. OG, I suppose, in the same spot. There is a Monkey King in the pool. I could see them going that route. You know, what would Thompson play here is my question.
The other thing as well is, like, you look at this Oracle pick from Liquid, it now prevents this potential Nyx Darkseer lane, which OG would have wanted to have like multiple avenues to go forward. They now actually lean back to having the classic kind of double carry combo that they run a couple times before. And this will most likely just be a Thompson mid troll with the carry Weaver.
And I love how they banned the Lycan. Sorry, Chiefs. It's just like that typical Liquid last pick. It's not a great game for it, but it's like, you know what?
Let's get it out. Yeah.
Don't do it. We won't let you do it to us again. I've seen Liquid do it, I think, in like 3 must-win games so far this past year.
5 seconds remaining.
And so we're looking for a Seb hero for OG, and for Team Liquid is still really up in the air, right? But we have to keep in mind that there could be some cheese. I have to ask, is Liquid, is there a lone druid?
Into Troll, Weaver, Wisp, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too great, I don't think. So most likely, no, that's pretty much covered.
Okay. And Leshrac is covered as well with that Nyx Assassin, right? If they were comfortable picking Lesh, they probably would have picked that instead of the Void Spirit?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because the Lesh got better when they saw the Troll, and the Void Spirit is more of a flex. Like, Leshrac is a very volatile hero and very matchup dependent. The Nyx isn't enough to stop you from picking a Lesh if your cores don't match up super well, and if the Liquid draft requires that kind of hero archetype to get a win.
I'm just trying to think about this Nyx Assassin though for OG, because like they have run on offlane before a couple times. I'm trying to work out, now that you can't really go for the Darkseer, is there some like higher value in putting Saxka and some like super active hero to punish the Earth potentially in that kind of mirroring rotation, unlock the Trolls game with a good foil?
I'd be afraid of something like a Viper, honestly, for the break mechanic.
True. Yeah, that's true.
It also somewhat forces Liquid to put Bloodseeker off and Void Spirit safe or mid, but it's such an annoying lane. Nyx is really high armor, high regen, but you want to play with this hero that can trade so that you don't have to, you know, a Nyx without a Darkseer, but it's a melee hero. You just don't trade as well as you do if you're like, hey, look, I stun mana burn this guy. My Viper hit him 5 times with poison attack.
All right, Kyle.
It just feels bad.
This is the hero. You ready?
Ready.
The Seb Chaos Knight. You want to bring it back?
It
They
could
need a
work.
hero they need to be able to kill this Oracle. I'm thinking the tankiness. Liquid don't really have explosive damage.
I want them to have.
chip in.
They need spell damage though, and my issue is that removes OG's ability to buy any sort of team fight items. Weaver, Nyx, Troll, they all have to itemize for themselves. True. I think Seb's hero has to be something that can purchase like team items, whether it's the mech pipe route or a Solar Crest route or a Vlad's, what have you.
I do want to point out that it has been Seb that has also played Nyx Assassin Core in the past.
Yeah. I think initially I was kind of leaning at that could be an option, but realistically they need to have more presence in their offlane because Liquid this draft, they've executed it twice before, different kind of core compositions enabling the Bloodseeker Earth Spirit. But the idea is they poke, they prod, and they outplay you these kind of prolonged team fights. And that's where for OG, if they have Troll, they have Weaver, like these heroes love these types of team fights. So they're already covered with the kind of game plan of Liquid. They just need to round out their draft with, like Kyle mentioned, either one aura buyer or at least some big damage dealer to offset Liquid's desire to, play as a group. So
yeah, I can even see something wild like a Pugna come out, though I do believe it's unlikely. And we shall see. It really depends on what they want to do here. You could even, in theory, as you said, Sheaves, pick Nyx, make it Seb's hero, take a No-Tail last pick, but I just don't think that that's likely. It's really, where do you feel you're going to get the most value out of your draft? And I just think ranged or heavy damage offlaner is best here with the Nyx, which then frees him up to maybe help out mid, check runes if necessary.
Is Enigma still available? Did they not? Oh yeah, Enigma's still available.
They
could just kind of like AFK farm Enigma it up, Oh wow, they go for the Shaker. Ooh. So it is most likely the Pos 3 Nyx then, like we mentioned?
Yep. That's very... So this is the style of OG we haven't really seen too much this season, but it's very much like 3 supports plus 2 big cores.
All right, here's the big brain plan. Is this where OG actually puts it like Nyx 4, Weaver offlane, Earthshaker 5, with a carry IO enabling the mid Toxin Troll, with the offlane Weaver eventually going Ags to get the unkillable Toxin?
Whoa!
Okay. They did it!
Oh my God.
Best of ones.
Oracle
Guys, it's
Huskar.
a freaking best of one. They pull out the Huskar. Like you see mid ones, like there's smiles all around. You gotta be ready for that, I guess. What a Koik for Huskar. Oh my goodness.
The key thing here is there isn't good lockdown with Liquid outside of like the rupture to stop them moving, so that like OG will have to play around the kite. You have this movement kind of advantage on OG's heroes. It's simply Huskar. Whew, how good is it against Troll? We haven't seen Huskar in ages.
Oh my God, yeah, seriously.
Filth.
It's that same concept though, but it's so much better than you'd feel playing like in comparison to a Leshrac. Huskar is like, I don't care about any of this magic.
Dude, the heroes have been picked at all, man. It's been picked position 4 jungle, Kyle. We don't know what it does in the
Dude, I don't either. Like, you don't see it coming. No one's going to be able to see this coming because while it's a combination that's been incredible throughout Dota lore, it's like so rare. Like, is Huskar good? I don't even know. I haven't seen
I mean, this is... let's find out in a best of one game, right? So there's not that much on the line, right?
I'm just so sorry for the
this
team.
Is so risky.
Like, imagine Liquid scrims this week. They're like, okay, we need one hero to practice Huskar. So every team that scrimmed them, they've had no knowledge gained because they've been getting Huskar'd over and over again until Liquid's ready. Like, okay, we're now ready for the best of one.
But apparently it works though. I mean, you can't pull this out in the game like this when you don't know for sure if it works. Right?
Oh, we'll see. Because if they lose, then we can maybe we can pick on that.
All right. Well, it is time. We're gonna me and T are gonna leave you, Kyle. You're gonna be joined by OD Pixel for this first best of one of the tiebreaker. Enjoy, guys. OG versus Liquid. It's a Huskar game. Fun times all around. Enjoy.
Looking forward to the games today. We're going to have a lot of fun best of ones, and what better way to start it, really? OG versus Liquid. Kyle, this Huskar comes into play. I mean, as you said, sure, we've not seen a lot, if any, of sort of the mid-Huskar for quite some time. Do you believe in it, or do you think this is definitely Liquid taking more of the risk out of these two drafts?
Honestly, I think the Shaker pick from OG was the biggest risk.
Okay. Putting it in the offlane or just
I think I'm more confident in Huskar any role than I am offlane Shaker nowadays. It just feels like it's sort of lost its luster. I loved playing that way back in the day, but it's just so much weaker in the laning phase now, especially against pretty much any hero Liquid would put up against it. And it's just, honestly don't know. I'm just hyped because this is one of those games you really don't know who the hell's going to win until you see it play out.
Sure. And
30 seconds
this
to
Husker, I think that there's going to be a lot of potential for the Husker because you got to remember as well, Kyle. You know, I know, I'm sure you know it already, but refresh yourself. Have a look at the Husker Aghanim Shard and tell me that's not amazing against Io, Weaver, and Troll.
Oh my goodness. That is pretty good. And I know Liquid, like shout out to Jabs and Blitz and the rest of the squad. They're all huge nerds. So I am sure they're very aware of that and perhaps even see this shard as an IO counter because of it.
I mean, it's got to be what, 50% reduction, dude. That's, you know, you're not hitting that with many items. Well, I get, you know, obviously best, but that's a big number on a spell that you're going to be able to throw out pretty nicely. I mean, it's already, what, 11-second cooldown. Do you get a cooldown?
Yeah, 3 seconds.
Yeah. No, wait, no, that's on the life break. It's and the shard is on the NFI, remember, Kyle?
Yeah,
so that's the Q, Kyle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
I must have misheard. It's all good. It's all good. Look, okay, mid. This is the matchup that I wasn't sure about. The Troll versus Huskar.
Sure.
I think should be Huskar favored, but I'm not. I don't know. And he actually went for the Q first. There it is already. So I think that might give him a bit of an edge because it's such a low mana, high damage spell. Top lane's the one I'll probably check out just because I feel like this Void Spirit Oracle is going to have a field day with this Earthshaker.
See how much Seb can get out of this lane against Mickey and Insania. And down on the bottom, you know, No-Tail supporting up mid one. I mean, into the Bloodseeker Earth Spirit lane, is this somewhere that, you know, mid one's going to farm all right, or Liquid going to be able to put any pressure onto these?
I think it's a bit of a trade. You can already see Taiga just pulling creeps and messing with the mechanics. So it's not real Dota being played down here just yet. I think top, you're going to have more straight up brawling. You can already see Seb forced to salve.
Quite a two of them. See how well Saxa can face it to hold back Insania and eventually a lot of the burst. But when that burst is there, Mickey and Insania, good shot of getting the jump on these. Got to be careful. They've got to save their stuns defensively. In fact, a good angle to go in onto Mickey, but now Mickey's ready to turn. He puts down the Remnant. He's grabbed back Saxa. As Liquid, they'll be able to secure that first blood in this lane that you did anticipate is going to be a little difficult for OG.
For sure. And the thing is, you know, we saw Taiga in a couple of games under the Spirit straight up win all 3 lanes for Liquid. That's going to be where his eye is at because Seb, with this build, he can be formidable in the laning phase, but he has to be in a position of strength to get those enchants off in melee range. If Taiga shows up, like, he just dies to the 3 stun lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that's the beauty of these pulls. Like, in theory, if you can get lane control for Boxy, as we see he's acquired, now he's going to go look at middle. There's another really active lane he could play around. Huskar does a ton of damage to a hero like Troll.
Radiant are scanning.
Tiger, the angle here, but it's going to be scanned out. Do you know exactly what's going on around mid? To just get Tiger out of this area. Topson safe to keep farming as best he can against Quaker, and so far so good really in this lane. You know, we've seen obviously in the past Huskar picked and destroying heroes in the 1v1, but here in this matchup, Topson keeping the CS pretty much even against Quaker's Huskar.
Yep. It's so tense. I can feel it. Because obviously these teams are going to be favored to win out the tiebreaker. Tundra have the luxury of waiting and watching to see if their match upcoming against OG will be a must-win for them.
He's got for this. I mean, he's got the backup of No-Tail. He's diving in onto Quaker. The regen's going to be too much for him to fight through. There's level 2 Berserker's Blood, allowing Quaker to survive. Topson trying to get in yet again. He really wants to get in on top of Quaker with the melee hits if he can. See if he can close this gap. He's going to have another slow in a few seconds. No-Tail keeping him sustained, but now Quaker, he's just going to turn towards No-Tail. No-Tail's going to get pushed back. Quaker still alive. They just don't have the damage to kill the Huskar at the moment between the two of them, and they've got to be careful. Tiger by Quaker's side. Topson, he's got to get out of there.
Yeah, he got Helm of Iron Will delivered as that second attempt went down. So there's just no way you're going to kill him anymore with all that regen. 15 HPS. It was even more under the tower, plus the armor boost, of course. Taiga uncharacteristically missing a couple rolls, but oh, now the All-Flame's here.
Yeah, they've got the backup. Wow. And with that, they're just going to be able to blow up Topson. A nice little move up from Boxy as he comes to join the forces and get the kill top lane. They might just be able to burst Seb, or can Seb turn and get Mickey instead? To simulate off the side, Mickey's away over the fissure. The south going, Mickey be able to bat away.
Seb going for the wrong dissimulate portal, but you know, can't blame him. Mickey not gonna play into his hands. And keep in mind, with all this brawling that's happening mid and top, the reason Boxy can connect for kills like that, he's got 2 points in Thirst. When 3 enemy heroes are all, you know, under 40% HP, he's suddenly moving at haste. And here's the TP we're talking about.
Tiger can set up onto Seb as they're going to have the hold here. Insania with the root to line things up. Tiger gets the kick, gets the slow off. Seb, he's got a few stick charges. Is it going to be enough to help him? It isn't. Seb will go down. As Liquid get the kill, and around these rune timings as well, they get the one from the river. Saxo's triangle. We'll block the camp. No. Put down.
So much fun. I'm gonna miss this when it's gone, Owen. Like, this is our last day of EU Dota.
Tiger still got the bounty rune. Saxo,
Wait, what? Oh, he left it.
He left it. I guess he did. Yeah, Topson had a bottle. He was leaving it for Topson, but Tiger, he gets the window to go in and take the bounty rune for Liquid.
Nice.
So Liquid end up getting 3 of the 4 bounty runes there, with Saxo leaving that one for Topson, and of course this leaves Topson with an empty bottle. Get there in time.
Yep. That's the thing about playing against Huskar mid. You have to go for these more unconventional styles, because if you can't spam axes, you just can't lane. Like, look how aggressive Koif is allowed to play. You can't really trade with him unless he's missing most of his hits. Also, of course, an orb attack, so you can do this without being annoyed by creep mechanics. One of the reasons Viper is such a formidable laner. Huskar has the same benefit. Yep.
Cause further issues for Topson. Still, as we say, you know, Topson against the pressure, he's matching the farm. A very good job here compared to what a lot of other heroes would have to suffer with against a Huskar.
No-Tail TP tier 2 mid. He's ready for some kind of aggression to come out. They want to be careful with Koifa's GD. The one sacrifice, though, so far for Liquid is Boxy's game isn't going great. Mid 1, top 35 and 14. So he's doing just fine. And he's also doing a very greedy build, rushing Maelstrom. So Bloodseeker will have a better matchup going on to the game, but mid 1's going to get really big really fast. And we have not seen this Wisp Weaver combination lose. Keep that in mind. So a lot of emphasis now on mid 1 and his importance in this game.
Trying to have another go on to Seb. They've got the level 6 on Mickey. Jumps in with the Astral Step. Saxa is by Seb's side, though. We'll make sure that they can't dive in further for the kill now. Mid 1, he's ready for the counterplay. They know that Mickey used a lot of mana to jump in, but he's still got enough to jump out once more. Mid 1 won't get the kill, but he's going to be happy to himself and start farming on this top lane, where put some pressure onto Liquid.
I'm not so sure about that, Owen. I don't think mid 1 wants to be here.
Down bottom, or?
Yeah, I mean, consider his build. Again, like, he went straight Javelin, Maelstrom, no real stats. Like, this is a very squishy hero, and he's now rotated to a lane where there's no ability to put tower pressure out just yet. Yeah, Seb is going to go bottom and trade, but this is a level 7 Bloodseeker. I don't think you're going to be happy down here as Seb. Needs at least 6 to be really able to contest.
Well, yeah, we'll see, because, I mean, at the moment, just in 3-0, Quid with that slight lead.
Yep.
Showing them coming off the back of the laning stage a little stronger than that of OG, but still very early days and very close. And OG yet to really go for their first play.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And No-Tail, or rather, Insania did get the bottle fill on Mickey, so we've now transitioned into this 3-on-3. Seb bottom. You know, perhaps this is just what OG want. They just want to swap the lanes. Like, this does make sense when you consider that Taiga is now locked into his lane. And yeah, Liquid want no part in this. They're going to rotate right back. They want to go take out Seb and ensure that they can have a more skirmish-centered game.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Backing away.
tower is under attack.
Allowing any chance of Tiger and Mickey to jump in on it.
He placed that ward himself when he TP'd down just above his tower. That saves him there. I think he felt it as well, but got confirmation from the vision.
Tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
Don't have a bit of an attempt on Tiger. It's hard, but they've got a fish ace. They've got Saxo here as well. A couple of stuns. They get a root. They'll certainly have it, and they do. Straight away, allowing Step to close in, keep him locked down with the enchant totem.
Koifa has his armlet complete, though, and he found arguably the best item for a Huskar this early on, the Possessed Mask. So taking him down is now incredibly difficult. Mickey's still farming, but I will feel. I don't you feel like Liquid have the emphasis here? Like they are the ones that need to take towers. They've got to be more aggressive because I mean we've seen this with Weaver scale.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Weaver troll. I mean levels 20, 25 plus. Like this gets out of hand really fast.
No, for sure. Yeah, if OG's able to keep this game in a pretty stable position, they're definitely going to be having the upper hand later on. And the Huskar's still going to be a nuisance in the late game because of these disarms and the reduction of health, healing, and regeneration. But no, it's not necessarily going to win you the game when a level 25 Liquid. They've got to keep this pressure high. They're going to be able to catch mid one. A great way to do it. Find the Weaver, they take him out. DD Rune as well, spawning top. I mean, with that armlet, there is also that opportunity for that Roche attempt if Quakefa feels confident enough to go for it.
I'm not so sure. It's so risky is the thing. Like, OG's lineup can play so fast.
Sure, well, you don't think we're going to see Liquid try and rush,
unless, or you smoke into it. Oh.
You know, here you go. You got a DD, dude. You got your armlet. It's nice and early. You just built up the Weaver. You go for the Roche.
So risky.
I think, yeah, but it's one of those things. The payoff's going to be pretty huge if you can get an Aegis on your Huskar 10 minutes in.
We don't know.
And I think they can do it easy. They've got targeted tanks, and this is going to be an easy Roche. They're going to have this one, no problem. And, you know, this is just such an important thing to pick up when you're trying to win the game in the fashion that Liquid is.
Because it's not even about, like, this first Roche, it's very nice, don't get me wrong. But it also accelerates the timing of the second and third Roche. And consider, Liquid should have an edge here for at least the next 15 minutes of this game. Now you have this edge, you'll get towers off it, but that second Roche could spawn pre-20 minutes. Like, that is absurd. Suddenly it's 30 minutes in, someone's getting a free Ags. Like, that is game-changing. Assuming you're able to maintain control of the game, of course.
Right. And we'll manage to get the lockdown onto Mickey, dropping the slam. That they can take him out. Mid lane, though, this dive, this aggression, you know, with the Aegis, they're ready to do this. Jumping in. Towers cannot be held, and Thompson's going to lose his life off the back of trying to stick around for this. There's now Liquid that they can really force for these objectives. I mean, if you're OG in this position, what's sort of the plan? You see the Tuskar taking towers with the Aegis. Do you sort of just have to let Liquid take what they want, or what's the plan?
Check out bottom lane. You can see the plan. Seb's just got the plan acquired. Level 4 Aftershock, Blink Dagger acquired. No Echo, of course, but now all of a sudden Liquid have to be real cautious with their team fighting.
Saxa. Oh, very nice. I mean, the power of the Vendetta there, getting him whilst he's low on the old strength. So that will take the Aegis away pretty soon after pickup. So Liquid only able to achieve tier 1 mid. Quakefa just not being careful enough and prepared for Saxa to be watching out for him.
Yep.
As Saxa takes away the Aegis as easily as that.
Yep. Another thing to note, you know, pre-nerf, Nyx would have been seen as a bit of an answer to the Huskar because the break mechanic, that is no longer there. Vendetta hit, however, is about 350 pure damage. So you've got to be cautious if you're Quakefa with your toggling. And it just makes the game a little more difficult to play because if you are at that 1 HP threshold, you kind of have to always be toggling once you hit that 350 HP mark. But you can still technically die if Sox is already, you know, in front of you, invis, stop canceling his right click. But look at Insania though, like this is the benefit. This is why you take the Oracle, because he's just now going to play like a yo-yo and just stay in the vicinity of Quakefa, make sure he can play as aggressively as he wishes. Tiger just magnetized to farm a stack, so I don't expect Liquid will make any moves that quickly. It's OG, it feels, who are on the more aggressive. Oh wow, look, Thompson's build. Mage Slayer queued up.
He loves it, doesn't he? For some of his mid builds. I mean, it's a nice item, right? It makes sense all around. Bit of magic resistance. I mean, great on these sort of melee carries.
It does make sense too. You know, mid one's your carry. And Thompson, even in his leveling up, like Berserker's Rage max, so Axe is max, you know, not going for the more passive farming build where you'd put more points fervor. Phase boots, a wand, like this is the fighting build. He is going to be the frontliner and have faith in mid one to ultimately deal enough damage to win his team the game. Nice scan there from No Tail.
Top, No Tail. He should go down here. Boxy with that ATOS complete. Has that additional control, make sure that there's no chance for a tether to safety.
Yeah, big fan of that item here. Foxy just on the bug squashing squad because that is his role here. He wants to Atos into silence, wants to get the Rupture off. Do not let mid one just freely carry this game. Mickey maybe in some trouble mid, but wait, what? Thompson?
He just walked around on the high ground. This is some aggression here from Thompson. He's going to get ruptured. See if he can get out of this. He's going to try and TP, but they've got the control. He gets the ult off in time, but they'll be able to kite this out. As, yeah, Thompson just...
Oh,
they get the save! Ooh, okay.
That's sick. I don't know if you can fight this. You've no Rupture now.
Oh. All right, I mean, can they go for a round two? There's just going to be Notel letting his life go.
Okay.
There's just going to be Notel letting his life go. But Notel bailing out Thompson there big time.
Under attack.
But that's huge because they win the bounty runes for that. If Liquid get that kill, they can take a commanding position and then get both of the Radiant topside bounties. Instead, it's now a 2-for-2 split at best for Liquid. And they don't get the core. What a save. Isn't level 1 reload? 3.5 seconds on the channel time.
My path.
Still gets it off.
Top lane. Liquid look elsewhere for action. They're moving in onto Seb and Saxa. Rod of Atos into the blood right. Seb's got to run. Quakefer, he's going to jump over towards Saxa. From the side though, Thompson, he's already in onto the back lines. He's closed the gap onto Insania. Insania having to use the false promise to save Boxy. As Insania, he will go down for this. We can get back in onto Thompson. Quakefer jumps across. They get the disarm off Thompson. Caught in the dissimulate. He's getting burst down. Seb comes in with a slam, but he's not enough damage. Quakefer's still good to go. He turns. He takes down Thompson. Mid one gets the time ups off just in time, but Boxy's beating into him. Tiger onto the side, but Staxa finishes him off with a Vendetta hit as they've lost 3 Liquid. Mid one ever so low. Mickey jumps him with the Astral Step, takes him out. Remnant off the mark. Notel's able to deny the DD rune. And he's trying to beat into Mickey. Seb and Stax are on their way over as Boxy is low. Vicious setup. Seb blinks in, close the gap. They've got the setup. They've got enough damage. No, Boxy, stick charges, keep him alive. And he's out of there, over to the side. Spike Carapace will hit him, but it's not enough to kill him. Mickey still doing the aggressive work. Jumps in onto Seb with the Dissimulate. At the end of it all, Liquid, they will get the final few kills, and they're about to get another hit with Notel soon to be returning. The setup being prepared. As soon as he's in, he's out once more. Liquid will keep themselves on top of the kills.
Man, these fights are wild. Oh my god, like that was so sick from OG. They split Liquid. They had Insania caught in the river, so he's forced to then use ultimate on Boxy just because he recognizes I'm gonna die. I'm gonna just give up my life because I have no hope here. That leaves then Quakefa exposed, but you know, you're Huskar. It doesn't matter if Oracle's like out of the picture. You're fighting until you die, and that's exactly what he did. But Insania respawns in time to save Boxy.
Thompson, he stepped up to try and farm in the river. They get the jump on him. He's been mass silenced.
What?
I mean, it's so hard for him to play his game now because Mickey's got this early ags. And he's got to respect that. Anytime he steps up to farm like this, they're easily going to be able to keep him controlled. And between the 2 resonant pulses, the geomagnetic grip, they're just going to be able to make sure that he has no chance to pop the battle charm.
Yes. I know. The big timing coming up is Roshan could start spawning in just a minute's time. If you're OG, I don't think you're ready to fight that yet unless Seb gets a hero echo off. You know, he's going to need to be channeling those TI9 Axe vibes because this game is looking pretty rough for OG. They're still not out of it by any means, but I mean, mid one doesn't really come online until later levels. Maelstrom, Sanj, and Yasser just isn't really going to do it. And oh, he's ruptured.
Boxy going to look for the setup here onto Notel, kicking him back whilst ruptured Tiger. Able to put an end to Notel's life.
Is under attack.
Being pressured. Not really much tower pressure put out thus far by OG. They're going to get mid soon. It's in deny range. But it's a tough game for them. Like, Thompson's damage output isn't really there. He did just find a Quicksilver Amulet, which is great. You pretty much always have a spell on cooldown. So just free attack speed and move speed.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Seb as Arcane really wants level 12 before the next fight.
Very cautious lineup. In that momentum that they drafted for here, 18 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, Halberd on Quakefa now with the treads, like, he is huge. You need more time if you're OG. Your late game should win out, but you just need more time. Huskar is just too damn tanky right now, especially if Insania is still alive behind him.
Oh, to the side, Boxy. He's trying to get in onto Seb. Tiger, he's able to roll in, close the gap onto the Shaker. Quakefa jumps in. Seb, he's going to get down before he gets the single spell other than the Fisher off. Seb's out. Liquid having so many ways to gap close, really, as you can see. Quake for leaping in.
Top tower is
Look at their
Charging
warding.
straight for him.
They are playing this Radiant Triangle, controlling Ancients, and they have 3 wards just surrounding them, keeping them safe and providing vision on where OG is. They kind of have to swap this up a bit. I think you've got to seed top now, put mid one and no tail into this bottom area of the map. They're going to get mid tower. Yeah, just swipes the last hit. Would have been denied otherwise. Good job by mid one.
Dire are scanning.
Trying to farm up his BKB. Oh, with these amount of silencers and control in the game, the fights are becoming pretty much impossible for Topson without that magic immunity. Got to get that done. Take the tier 2 tower. How long on the Roche? It's going to be a minute and a half for the respawn. So Liquid very soon to be able to continue controlling this area. Make sure that they're going to have a solid chance of taking that for the second time this game.
Yep. You can see just how methodical they're playing this game. Like, okay, it's the simple script to winning is Dire. You get ahead, you get Roche, you control enemy triangle, and you take next Roche immediately where possible. And find kills along the way. I mean, Soxa, you're in no man's land. He did buy his blink right before he died, though, which is good. But, you know, I think this is the 5th or 6th time we've just seen an OG hero die inside the river.
Topson! He's got to get out of it. No tell. He is going to be able to take him away. As no tell gets him out in time with a relocate.
That resonant, that was 100 units off from just silencing no tail and potentially landing a kill on the troll.
Quite have many chances himself, but keeping Topson alive do right now. That BKB done.
Yep.
He's about halfway there.
Thing is, how will it change? Liquid are very close to their BKBs as well. Mickey at like 1,000 gold. Boxy. Sorry. Mickey and Boxy are both like 1,000, 1,500 gold away.
Tiger. He gets the angle. Saxter trying to come in and get some rune control around this mid lane, but they've caught him. As again, as you said, this whole area of the map is just a huge area of death, really, for OG every time anyone comes over. And now they're into Roche, and with the 1 member down, OG stand very little chances of doing anything about this. This should be an Aegis and a cheese for Liquid. No problem here. Just 22 minutes in.
Yeah, you just can't contest this right now. Poifa is indestructible. And while Topson, I'm a big fan of Mage Slayer as an item concept, especially in this game. His damage output isn't there. And in a game that's become so passive, he's starting to fall behind a bit just because he doesn't really have anything to help him last to push through these creep waves. But Mage Slayer, consider like Huskar, Void Spirit, Bloodseeker, all of these heroes have a lot of spell damage based DPS. Like Huskar's spears are what really start to hurt you. And Void Spirit specifically, you know, that's all spell damage because of the way the hero functions. But yeah, now a DD on Mickey. He's going to have his BKB finished very soon. And I think if you're Liquid, you might not be able to go high ground, but you're going to start just trying to get these tier 2s. You want to control both outposts at 30 minutes. And if you're OG, just keep doing what you're doing, right? Just split the map. You've got Topson and No Tail bottom. Mid one just cut mid wave by the tier 3, and the other 2 heroes are top. This is all you really have to do here.
Time for the high ground, push it. Just some cheese. What's OG got at the moment ready to put a stop to this? Cutting creep waves. And there's already some creeps here. We're going to see Saxon try and jump forward and clean them out. He's going to give his life for that. And the range creep is kept alive. There's still a creep here. So Liquid can keep on pushing, as they couldn't quite get rid of the whole wave.
Oh my god, this one range creep is the hero of this entire push. Like, that's a Rax. Liquid just took a Rax.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Not much that OG could do in response. Topson, he's able to get the tier 2 bottom. That will pretty much give him the money for the BKB. So now OG, they have their 2 BKBs on their cores. The question is how much of a difference that's really going to make in these fights, as Liquid only getting further and further ahead. And still with that Aegis and cheese ready for easily the next fight. There's only a tier 2 left on the map on the outer layers.
It's not looking good for OG at the moment. They're just not online. Weaver might have BKB, but the trouble is that your offensive damage output just isn't there. It's the criticism that Weaver as a hero concept has faced for years. And typically with the Wisp, you're able to play so fast, like you have tempo control, you get that item advantage. You're behind it feels bad. Whoa.
He's going to jump with the solo Echo Slam on a Mickey. They're going to look to blow the Void Spirit. They'll be able to do so. They throw everything down onto him and they take him out. Thompson, he's going in for more. Did put the battle chance pretty early, so now he's just got the BKB alone to rely on. We'll see if it's enough. And he's moving in onto Quaitha. Jump forward from Seb. Seb lays down the Fisher onto the back lines. He's locking down Insania, but now Quaitha, he's got his own BKB good to go. They will lose Insania. Tiger getting in the midst of it all, getting the Magnetize out as well. Quaitha ready to dive in onto Seb. Seb will fall. Quaitha still alive, but he's just able to clean up. It's a triple kill for Quaitha. Mid one, he's got to get the hell out of there, but he's been dusted, rotted. They've got the slow, the blood right's down. Mid one, can he get out in time? Another Shikuchi will save him, but No Tail's left behind. As Quaitha will be able to deal with the IO. They even still get the catch on mid one as they take him down as well. Quaitha with the Ultra. It's a team wipe. As Liquid very easily able to respond to that attempt from OG to get out as they chose to try and fight into this Aegis and Chi.
You kind of had to if you were OG. You saw a window. You had a 5-on-4 engagement. Bounty runes were spawning. Unfortunately, Liquid, they're going to get all 4 now, plus that huge teamfight win. You can see the issue is the damage output. Quaitha, he just doesn't die. By the time you get his Aegis, he's killed 3 of you. And that's just not enough. They need another item on Weaver. They need another item on Troll before they can even really hope to even think about contesting this Huskar right now. Level 18. Cheese, he's gonna have AC completed soon. Oh my god, this guy's out of control. What a last pick. 11, 1, and 4. This is why we squealed a bit. This is wild. BO1 Oracle Huskar. Insania's cheese.
What year is it? Some of the old stuff coming out, and Quaitha was very much one of the players you had to watch out for. Sort of strat and hero pick potential past, and going to show that 2021 this hero still definitely working in these last pick situations.
It's also when Weaver's BKB, when Troll's BKB fade, they're still susceptible to the AoE disarm from the Troll, or from the Huskar rather.
Oh yeah.
It's a 4-second AoE disarm plus the Halberd, which is then another 5 seconds on the Weaver if he's caught by it. So in the BKBs, it's not even about their defensive tool necessarily. It's that if you aren't, you literally can't attack any of these enemy Liquid heroes. And in theory, you want to find pickoffs. You want to play a 3-and-2 style, relocate in, or Weaver find somebody, then there's a dunk. But Liquid, they're just holding hands. They're 5 heroes. Taiga is going to join late, but, look, what are you going to find him in the base? No, he's going to the outpost now.
Mid one. He's looking for Insania. Insania will get taken out. Jump forward over towards Quaitha. They've got the control. Have they got the damage? Quaitha is able to put the cheese. The BKB jumps over towards Saxon. Thompson with an early battle chance is trying to beat down Boxy and Quaitha, but he hasn't got enough damage. Saxon will get caught in the blood right. Thompson, he's been pushed away from the rest of his team. Mickey, he's able to get the jump in, and Thompson, without a BKB and without a battle chance, he's incredibly vulnerable. Quaitha leaps across, takes out Thompson, and he's ready to chase down more here with Boxy looking for the setup onto mid one. Mid one, up in the time lapse. Anyway, to catch him off, the Shikuchi Tigers looking for the angle. Won't have the reach though. So mid one will manage to get himself back to safety. Another fight though, where it's just OG losing heroes. Liquid barely even being scratched here, as they remain unharmed and ready to push the high ground.
It wasn't on our camera, but Taiga's the reason they get that kill on Troll. He had a 3-man Magnetize going and got a silence off. So Seb, all of a sudden, he's Magnetized, can't blink, can't cast. There's no help coming for Thompson. They just had to run away.
And there's the jump. Saxter trying to help out with the defense. Mickey is getting him to back straight away. Seb, of course, still having the Echo Slam. Quaitha, BKB on cooldown for 5 seconds, so soon to have it ready again for another round. Can they find any sort of job? Fisher setup. Seb not wanting to go in yet. He is low, but he's still very aware of the backup potential from Insania. As the false promise is going to come out now. A little concerned with Quaitha taking as much damage as he was on the front lines. Now Liquid, they're trying to back away. Seb, another Fisher. Quaitha, I mean, the power of the false promise there. Full HP as it comes to an end.
Insania made sure to salve him there as well. There's no way you're dying. I like that decision. The only, Liquid are 1 mistake ahead right now. You just have to make sure there's no scenario where like Huskar dies or Mickey die without being able to be saved. Then you get 2 other heroes on exit kills. Suddenly OG take map control. They place wards. If you let a Wisp Weaver team back into the game, things get really dicey because suddenly your attention is split around the map. They want to maintain this style. They want to be 5. They want to play around the next Roche spawn, which could be pre 30 minutes. In 40 seconds, we might have a Roche spawn.
Dire are scanning.
Very fast timings. So Liquid, I know OG's trying to get out on the map. Pup. Ready to jump. See it fine to start things off. Saxo trying to scout things with the Vendetta. We'll dispel some of the smoke. And they'll pop the dust. As soon as they see him, they pounce. Right in onto Saxo, but this does give the info for the rest of OG to play out of here. No tail, he's going to relocate mid one. Down towards the bottom.
Look at this TP.
Is that Boxy? Ready to fight as soon as he sees this. Come in. They got any way to catch these 2 mid one out to the side yet again. No tell will be able to take him back up to the top lane, which up here it's not totally quiet. Mickey and Quakefoot are still around here with Insania. Seb's making his way over as well. The Random set him onto mid one step. He's going to look for an angle. Fisher just stopped Quakefoot from beating into No Tail, but No Tail, he will still fall. Liquid claim the life of the Ire. Down bottom. Thompson's he's trying to hit the tier 3s. I mean, he's going with the BKB, and he'll be able to TP out before the BKB comes to an end. So a little bit of damage done by Thompson with the split.
Yep. The trouble is, typically when OG play this style, they're able to get kills. Like, they can outplay you around the map. The trouble is that Liquid's heroes are all just too damn tanky. All 3 cores of BKB. Wherever they're most aggressively positioned, there's an Insania Oracle behind just waiting to ult somebody. So even that reload top, like, there's 2 Liquid heroes who TP bottom. They still can't exploit the 3 left top because they're just too damn strong right now. And there's an Ag Scepter on this Roche.
And I assume Quakefoot will still be the one to take this. It's not a bad axe at all. Having that single target. Sable's going to be very nice. They're in the mid. The jump's been made onto Tiger. Tiger's he actually going to go down? Yes. Mid one will be able to finish him. Pops the BKB and commits onto the target. Boxy turns over towards mid one. He's out for now. Shikuchi's away. Expect the Tiger buyback. Can Liquid get a jump? Tiger rolls in. He's able to get the connection onto No Tail. Saxon turning with the stun to hold him back. Seb as well offering up, and Fisher as he's out. Blink to dodge the Atos. OG continue to retreat. Liquid trying their best to chase, but OG seems like they've managed to split themselves far enough away. Make sure that nobody gets caught by this move.
Yeah, this Huskar Ag is actually insane. Like, this might just straight up be game winning. It's a 3-second taunt.
It's very strong.
But if you ult in on the Shaker, like, Shaker is just dead if you're not immediately disabled, and that's impossible with the BKB up. And you can see, like, OG, they're doing what they can. They're still splitting the map. 2 tops and bottom, but at a point, Liquid, they're just looking for that window. They need 15 seconds where there's no creep waves in their base, and they can start hitting tier 3s. Thompson still playing aggressive. There's no BKB cancel on a TP, so he's free to do this, but he does have to be a little cautious.
Thompson, he's going to put the BKB and he's going to fight. He's going to put the battle trance, go straight towards Boxy, but Boxy's got the movement speed. He's still got a haste rune. As Boxy, he's just kiting Thompson in pretty deep here with the battle trance, committing him as Thompson's going to get blown up for that. I mean, I guess he felt maybe had the chance to get a kill with that additional offensive potential from the battle trance, but it ends up getting him in such a disastrous position, dragging him right up and far away from any sort of save or backup.
Yeah, if he had not BKB'd, I would have understood it, but he used BKB as well. So that means you're all in. There's no chance of that BKB teleport. And yeah, sure, you're getting some space on the map. Like, look at when mid one's queued up. Like, he recognizes the issues they're having. Like, they need damage.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say, like,
I mean, this could do it.
That would turn things around.
Absolutely. If mid one could get this rapier, they can definitely turn it. Or at least have a chance of turning it. Of course, it's not going to be easy. Liquid still with a very solid lead here, 28 to 10, 13k.
Top tower is under attack.
As mid lane Quakefoot and Insania, they're ready to just bring it straight down the mid lane and look to go towards another set of racks. 10 seconds, Thompson's back.
For Liquid, I will say Mickey, he has Orb of Corruption, he bought a Deso. So they're going to, and with the AC, it's a pretty big armor disparity in Liquid's favor right now.
Move on to Quakefoot.
There's a reload?
I think he was split pushing top. And they slow this man down. Aegis, Cheese, and an Oracle behind him. The hard Huskar to start. He's in, but there's the axe. Mid-One has no chance to react there. As soon as Quakefor lands, Mid-One is locked down because of the axe Huskar.
Radiant structures.
He's now out for a minute. Gotta be careful around this Huskar. Those few seconds of lockdown, you have nothing to do. You're taunted. And now the buyback comes out. Quakefor jumps over to Thompson. Thompson just gone. He can't press anything. You can't do anything when the Huskar arrives on your face. As Quakefor, who's he going to go for next? He's heading over the bashes there onto No-Tail. No-Tail's gone. Quakefor jumps over towards Thompson. Thompson does get the BKB and the battle chance off. So he's beating into Mickey pretty hard. Will bring Mickey down. But now with the BKB and the battle chance ending, he's got no further ways to save himself. He's just got to rely on No-Tail to get him out of there. But there's another jump in. Quakefor diving in underneath the tier 4s. Takes down Thompson. Turns towards No-Tail. There's no buybacks left for OG. This game is over as Liquid will take this best of one victory. And they do it pure Liquid style. Quakefor's Huskar coming in last pick, and it works out exactly how I imagine they planned it to here, Kyle.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't even know, like, did they plan that? I gotta figure that they had an idea of Huskar being a possibility. Wow, just wow. Like, that was straight up a slaughtering. Like, they didn't really make a mistake. Every kill